Okay. Oh, no, get back up here. Oh! Hang on. I went to go raise my mic up and it flew out of the scissor hand. Anyhow, welcome back to another part of our Tonelico Qoga. Something. Whatever, our Tonelico Q. Or 3. Whatever. So, I reviewed the first part, and I apologize for the first minute of silence, but it looks like the recorder box doesn't record anything that I speak while on my PlayStation 3 home. Second one is that the volume is definitely off. I'm talking in a mild, I'm talking a little bit higher than what I normally do to talk, and even then it sounded muffled. That's just the limitations of the cloner box. And I'm using a phantom power supply mic for this too. It's a lot easier than having to deal with desync issues trying to transfer it over to Audacity and my other editors. Maybe in the future, maybe I'll get an Elgato and this will probably be all behind me. Anyhow, last left off in part 1 was, yeah, that dude was a she. Nightmare fuel. So now we have to run away to the bus terminal. And I didn't even level up. But at least my HP got filled back up. Let's see here. It says the bus terminal, just go to the right and walk upstairs. Okay. I love the air in this town. I bet I could make a fortune by bottling the air and selling it to other regions. Sure you would. Oh yeah. Holy crap, that's a big jump. Are you sure he's not related to Knuckles? Moon jump? Okay, so pretty weird glyphs.
Huh? This is weird. There's usually a bus or two waiting to go.
What's up, Aoto?
Ooh, sounds like someone I know.
Tatsumi.
Tatsumi, huh?
Who's that girl? Your girlfriend?
No, idiot. I just met her. Her name's Saki, and she seems to be in some trouble.
Yep.
Oh yeah? She doesn't look happy. You alright?
It sounds like Johnny on Bosch, but I could be wrong.
Saki, let me introduce you to Tatsumi.
Tatsumi?
Sup?
He's sort of an acquaintance of mine. He's been V-board training here for a month.
Virtual board?
I see. Nice to meet you.
Now I remember now. Saki is the same voice actor as Histoire?
You guys waiting for the Airbus?
Yep.
Yeah, but I don't see one.
I've been surfing here all day. I still haven't seen one today.
What? Was there an accident or something? Are the drivers on strike?
How am I supposed to know?
Damn it! We have to get out of here before they catch up with us.
They? Someone's after you guys?
Well, we're kind of in a real big jam here.
Jam.
What happened?
Gotcha!
Well,
There she is!
Damn, they found us.
yep.
Hey kid, give us that girl.
Request denied.
Yep.
What did you say?
You said request denied.
I said I won't let you lay a finger on her.
Oh, that's not what you said a moment ago.
Aoto!
You dare defy us? You surprise me. All right, we'll take her by force.
That's a whole lot more coming.
Shit! They're like a swarm of bees.
Oh, hello, cussing. Okay. Wait, what was the rating on this? M? Okay, just checking.
Want me to help?
Huh?
I don't know what's going on, but I hate when a bunch of people gang up on a few. Plus, you always help me find good V-boarding spots.
All right. I'm counting on you, Tots.
Tots.
You got it.
Oh, we got another. If you battle with one or more allies, the other characters will battle enemy units themselves using the AI. To switch characters, choose Switch Leader from the battle menu.
Ready to rumble? Yeah.
Alright, so I'll just take on this one here. The main thing is that if she's a Raventail, do not let them use song magic. Oh, not bad, kid. I can see how you beat Sergeant Mute, but how much longer do you think your spunk will last? Bring it on, morons. Would you still say that knowing that your continued defiance will make your entire village suffer? What? You cowards. If you keep disobeying us, then you're going to force our hand. Ah, a mech. This is your last chance. If you don't want to become hamburger meat, I suggest you give her to us. Alto. Damn. Once I decided to protect someone, I just can't cop out on them. Hey, Alto, we have to... Well, please let me help you. Saki is a Raventail. I can help you. You're a what? You're a Raventail? Well, I figured you were a Raventail. What else would they be going after a person? That's fantastic. I expect a lot from you, Saki. Yes, I, Saki, will do my best. Why is she speaking in third person? Raventails are key people in battle. They accumulate energy by continuing to sing and release it anytime they wish. You can see how much energy you've saved up with the charge rate in the indicator. Please note that when you have a Raventail on your team, if all of the vanguards get knocked down, the battle is over. So even if Saki lives and Alto and Tots is KO, it's still considered a game over. Also, the area around the Raventail forms a special surf called the Heroine Field. If an ally comes inside the Heroine Field, he/he will get various bonuses such as healing their HP. If an enemy unit gets in the Heroine Field, the Raventail's HP will decrease. In that case, try pressing the circle button. A blow will be executed and repelled the invader out of the field. Please know that you cannot use a blow multiple times in a row. Confirm its availability by browsing at the blow icon. I don't know where the blow icon. Oh, that. The attacks of the Vanguard will deal more damage if they sync them with the high waves of the Harmograph. Once you get used to battle, try to sync your attacks with the tall waves.
I'll do my best!
I'll finish them all!
Please keep up the pace! I'm coming!
Okay, so the X button executes the song magic.
Saki, you...
Alto! There's more of them!
How many are there?
Damn, this is getting us nowhere.
They outnumber us 1,000,000-fold. We're kinda screwed here.
How do they have 1,000,000 in a small army or a small village?
Alto, Tatsumi. I'm sorry, Alto and Tatsumi.
You're forgiven?
Saki?
I can't cause any more trouble for you two. I'll hold these ladies off, so please escape in the meantime.
You'll hold them off? How is that possible?
I can.
Okay, sure.
A prayer?
Yes.
Saki, we're fine. I'm not going to lose to these.
Please, give me power. Please give me power!
Okay, something's happening. Hold on. What? Oh, no. Really bad.
Huh?
Well, don't remember that.
Please. Please save us!
What? They've all been turned into cakes!
Mmm, tasty.
We better retreat for now!
Wait a minute, what am I saying? They're turned to cakes.
What was that? Hey, Saki! Saki!
And we have a girl sleeping on the ground in her underwear. Perfect.
We better get out of here. Hurry.
Yeah.
Sheesh. I've completely forgotten how weird this game is. We should be safe now. Let's rest here for a bit. Yeah. And right there, save circles you can use to save your data, rest, recover HP, synthesize items, and have conversations with the heroines. Let's try resting at the save circle. Tatsumi joined the party. Saki joined the party. Well, let's take a looky here first at status for Tatsumi. Tatsumi, age 18, YO. Height 145 centimeters, so that brings him about 4 foot something. It's pretty small for an 18-year-old. And he weighs, damn. He's like 40% lighter than me. Likes V-boards, dislikes trouble. Quote, not that I care. A boy who's been living in Blue Canyon Hamlet, training in V-boarding. He's always quiet and terse. When he does speak, it's always about V-board, so he doesn't have many friends. He doesn't like to get involved in other people's problems, but he always comes up helping his allies. He's actually a great caretaker. His goal is to enter the V-board Grand Prix that regularly takes place in Archia. Interesting. And Saki. So, interesting. Let's see. Energy is low and scramble is high. Interesting. Saki is 16, YO. 155 centimeters, not bad. 102 pounds. It's actually pretty decent. Likes kids, books and songs. Dislikes violence and war. Quote, don't fight. A mysterious girl who was brought to the Blue Canyon Hamlet by Kuriha. She sometimes uses a power called Miracle to turn her enemies into cakes, but every time she uses it, she loses a part of her memory. She never forgets to smile and hardly ever doubt others. She is carefree and a little gullible. She only raises her guard when someone has harmed her. She's very active and likes to make up stories and songs, but the icariate things she comes up with may surprise you. She loves sweets, especially chocolate. Not talking about cake, huh? Okay, so let's go ahead and just rest.
What's going on? She turned the Clastanian soldiers into cakes, and then she was naked.
This ought to be good.
Saki, you're awake.
What did I do?
Don't you remember?
Not really. I'm sorry.
You don't need to be sorry. I want to ask you something. When we first met, were you in a disguise?
A disguise?
Like, were you dressing up like a female warrior to fight the Clastanians?
I'm sorry. I don't understand what you're talking about.
Huh? Oh, yeah, I see. Actually, she looked way different from you. So, about Mr. Kiraha, who was he to you?
Mr. Kiraha?
You don't remember him either?
I'm sorry. I really can't remember.
You know, at this point, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Sometimes, morally, you don't want to forget about the people that you love and treasure, but if it's gonna cause pain and anguish, it's usually just for the best just to let it go and not remember. So, I'm in a bind between whether or not that's a good or bad thing.
Maybe she has partial memory loss from all the shock.
Maybe.
I'm sorry.
So, you don't remember saying that you were gonna pray and then getting naked either?
Otto, you pervert!
Right on the money.
I'm really sorry. But you embarrassed me so suddenly.
You seem to remember that pretty clearly.
That's so boo of him. So, Saki, what else can you remember?
What else? Saki was a caretaker of children.
Why is Saki talking in third person?
Children?
Was that your job? Where at?
Ogai.
Ogai? Where's that? If it's close, I'll take you back there.
I'm sorry. Saki doesn't know where it exists.
Oh, then what should we do? Have you ever heard of Ogai before, Tots?
I don't think so, but I do know someone who might. He's a rheumatologist who runs a small clinic in a city called Eternus Shaft. He knows a lot of stuff.
That actually sounds like an interesting place.
Besides, he's a medical doctor for Raventales. If he takes a look at Saki, maybe he can help her with her memory.
Oh, that's a great idea. I didn't know you had such a big social network, Tots.
Well, I don't, really. I just happen to know him personally. Saki, are you okay with this?
Yes! Please let me meet that doctor.
I don't want to think about doctors. I have antibiotics I gotta take in 2 hours.
I have a question.
Yes! Please ask Saki anything!
Are you some kind of special Raventale? I've never seen a Raventale who could turn people into cakes before.
Well, I don't know. All I know is that every time I say my prayers, the goddess helps me.
The goddess? Are you serious?
Yes, I am. I heard that Saki has the power to perform miracles.
Miracles?
Well, whether the goddess really helps her or not, it's a fact that a miracle did happen right before our eyes. But anyway, let's go to Eternus Shaft and see the doctor.
Alright. I have to take Saki home safe.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry for the late self-introduction. I'm Saki. Pleased to meet you.
It'd take a good while to get to Eternus Shaft, so why don't we camp here and head out in the morning?
Good idea.
Oh, this ought to be good. I understand the situation. You made quite a scene, and have nothing to show for it. I'm sorry, General. There's been an extremely formidable man in the village. He's far beyond the limits of humans. That's your excuse? I entrusted you with an entire legion, and you were defeated by a single man? But that was... The mission I gave you was to secure Saki and bring her back to the mainland. You understand? I specifically told you to make sure there wouldn't be any casualties. But that, I don't want to hear your excuses. This is your last chance. Do not fail your next mission. If you do, I relieve you from command and demote you back to private. I have another matter I must attend to, so I cannot leave the mainland. You must bring Saki back. Yes, General. Kuh, that little pipsqueak. I'll never forgive him. Well, ain't that just a lovely crush? And that's going to be it for this part, so... quite a bit I have to go and review and see whether or not the new sound adjustments are good enough. So I will see you in the next part for Art Tonelico 3, Part 3, or Art Tonelico Q. I don't care anymore which one it is. See you next time.